So it's the, let's see, can you see that? It's the 5th. So these have been planted now for a few days, and it is, like I said, it's 6:15. And so you can see how the shade sort of starts hitting where these plants would be kind of early, except for that guy. So I don't know if that's good or bad, but they won't have great sun all day. Now, these shadows are just going to continue to extend, obviously. So this one here will probably end up always getting the most kind of direct sunlight. Now I want to take a look and see if there's anything good to see. I'm going to pop this up. Nothing noticeable. Put that down. The ground itself, if we look in there, it's still kind of moist in there, so that's probably good. It's humid at least. This is kind of dry, kind of almost like concrete. Pop this. You can see here is different level of moisture, so just pop that up. Nothing really to speak of. Okay, today is the 8th, not quite a week after planting. Tomorrow will be 1 week. And I am noticing something really promising here on the Marquettes. And that would be that right there. Looks like a little living bud. And that right there looks like it could also be a little living bud. In fact, I'm pretty positive that is a nice living bud. So that's good. That's good news. Now this stuff's really dry, so I'm going to be watering it. I read that you need like a 1/2 inch to 1.5 inches per week right now, and they definitely haven't been getting that. It's been calling for rain a bunch, and then not really raining. So I'm going to have to do some watering on my own because this is pretty dry. But I also read that it's better for them to be dry than overwatered. Apparently grapes like to struggle, so it makes them better. I don't know. So it's not an emergency because I'm sure the soil underneath is dry enough. But as you can see, this topsoil, or this top here, is really dry. So I'm just gonna make sure I get them watered today because I don't expect it to rain again. This here, Chardonel. And I did order the blue sleeves. They're just not here yet. Nothing going on here with the Chardonel. And if we go down to the other Marquette, right here, same deal. Soil down here is super dry. So if we go down here and we look, we can see another green little bud. And a little bud there. And what looks like a little bud here. So that's both Marquettes with little buds on them. What look to be living buds. I say that because they're kind of green and, well, they look like they're opening. So that's good news. And This Chardonel, I'm gonna take this off. Now, I came out here earlier and didn't notice this, but I'm noticing it now. That right there might be a little bud. You can see a bunch of grass guy just mowed today. So I'll be weeding around these, I'm sure. That looks like it could be a little bud right there. So, and this is looking kind of green up here. So if that's a little bud, that'd be good news for the Chardonnels, because the one up there didn't look like it had anything. So anyway, that's the state of them. I'm gonna water them because, like I said, we haven't really been getting as much rain as it's been calling for. So it did rain yesterday, but the ground is moist as you dig down. But I want to make sure that they're getting enough water. So I'm gonna dump about a gallon of water around each one of them, maybe a gallon and a half. So these came like this. There are 4 of them. This part and this one. So it seems to me, if you roll this like that, and slide it in here. And that creates a bigger opening for the grapes than what I've currently got, which is good. But also, supposedly, it helps with blue light or something like that. I guess they like blue light, so the fact that this is blue is good. So I don't really know, but I'm gonna put these together. The reason I'm doing it in the morning is because the ground is still a little moist. It rained a bunch yesterday, and we are now past 1 week. Yesterday was 1 week, today's Friday, so we're 8 days in, or we will be this afternoon. Anyway, it rained a lot yesterday, so the ground is still moist this morning, and I want to put these in because apparently you do have to kind of bury these a little bit, so it'll be easier to do that if the ground is a little moist. So I'm going to put the rest of these together, and come on. Promise, this is easy. I'm just making it look hard. Easy. All right, here we go. Now, I'll go set these by their respective vines. So you can see kind of how big that diameter is versus that. It's a lot more space, which I think is a good thing. So I'm gonna do this one first. This is the only one that I didn't see any buds on, although, is that a little guy? Potentially making a move here, right there. Don't know, but like I said, the ground is moist still, so it's a good time to put these in. So there they all are. They're in. I think you bury them a little bit to keep wind from maybe blowing them off of there. I don't really know. Hopefully they hold up well to wind. What I might do is come through and maybe punch a little hole in the top and zip tie them to the stick, so that way the wind definitely won't get them. I also think you bury them for critters so they don't get underneath them too easy, but I don't know, we'll see how it goes. I definitely have a lot more space now. I'm happy to see a bud on this one here. This first one I hadn't seen a bud on last time I looked, so looks like there's a bud on it. So hopefully all 4 vines will be viable. All right, till next time. Okay, so I thought I was gonna maybe put a zip tie on here to sort of hold these suckers stiff, and they're pretty stiff. I don't think they're gonna go anywhere, but just in case it gets real breezy and they want to flop around a little bit, they're looking pretty good. I remembered I have a bunch of these, so I'm gonna just slide an extra stick in each one of these, kind of on the other side here. See if I can aim it. Kind of like that. Pretty easy little fix. And then if I can jam it down in the dirt, hopefully. Yeah, perfect. This will pretty much, I think, keep those from going anywhere. Okay, got all the sticks in there. Easy peasy. You can see, even after this morning when the dirt was so wet, just a little bit of sun here's dried it out. So it's still moist, but definitely not nearly as like muddy. So there you go. That's the wrap up for the first week after planting. Let's see, what did we do? Well, we didn't do much. We watered it once. It rained a few times. I switched out the kind of the corrugated plastic for the blue, I don't know what you call it, blue sleeve. And we've started seeing some buds, I think. I'm pretty sure. I'm like 98% confident that all 4 have a bud on them at least, and I'm like 100% confident that at least the Marquettes have a bud on them. So we should be good to go. This coming week, there isn't much to do other than just kind of keep an eye on it and kind of observe. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm just going to kind of be watching. If I need to water them, I'll water them again. I think it's going to be raining, so I might not need to water them at all, but we'll see. So yeah, that's the wrap up for week 1. On to week 2.